Hey, neighborinos. Kind of somewhat long time no talk. Today I am going to be going to Players to go pick up my tux because I haven't did it. I didn't go yesterday, so I gotta go pick it up today. Cause tomorrow. Wait, what is today? Today's Friday, right? Yeah, today's Friday, so I have to go pick that up and then go to the rehearsal and then go to work tonight. And then tomorrow's the wedding, so that's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be shaving today in my hair. What else? If I have enough time, which I'm hoping I do, I'm gonna try to see if I can fly the drone out today, out at the park or something. I was having issues with it yesterday, not updating. I finally got it to update today, so hopefully I don't have any issues. For some reason I thought today was Thursday, but yeah, it's like really freaking hot out now. Like I got out to the car and it was like, bruh, like freaking exhausting hot, like a sauna. But yeah, I'm about to head out to Tuttle. So yeah. Alright, so I'm here at Tuttle Mall about to go pick up my tux. So yeah, this is gonna be fun.
Alrighty, so pretty much to make things shorter, because I didn't vlog for the rest of the day after I picked up my tux, but I got to try it on beforehand, and I look snazzy. Like I was looking like when I tried it on and everything. First thing I thought of when I looked in the mirror was I looked like the world's interesting man. The guy from the Dos Equis commercial, except for I don't have the white beard. Yeah, don't mind me. I'm getting super tired. I'm gonna go to Speedway and get some caffeination in my life because I'm just getting tired. What else? After that, we went and met up with everybody for like the rehearsal, but we missed it because of traffic and whatnot. So we met up for the rehearsal dinner. We all hung out, got to eat, chit chat, have a good time, and then we were talking about playing beer pong, but I really couldn't play. But since we didn't have enough beers, because everybody was drinking and everything, and so they decided to make an alternative. So we made this. It's like ping pong, or not ping pong, beer pong, but different. Where we had like two SoCo cups, one on the opposite sides, and everybody was in a circle. And basically, you have to get the ball into your cup. And if your ball gets into the cup, you pass the cup to the next person to your left, so it's clockwise. And if your cup if you have like two people side by side, and the person, like, say for instance at the 11 o'clock hour, and the other person at the 12 o'clock hour, if the person at the 11 o'clock hour gets theirs in and passes over into the 12 o'clock, you would take your cup and put it on top of the other one. And if that happens, basically kind of like in checkers, you do like king me type of thing. Basically, that person who got slammed on basically had a drink of beer. So then that person, instead of them having to put the ball into one cup, they'd have like the extra little lip in there to make it higher. So, and then trying to think, how does it go? Yeah. and then you would pass the person who drank would have the new, because you would drink yours and then you'd pass it to the next person, and then they would have to get that ball into that now newly empty container Soco cup. But yeah, it was all pretty good. I couldn't drink because I had to pass. I gave Kwane my drinks because I have to work tonight and everything. And then after that, went home and then took a nap and then came to work. And then I was gonna plan on flying the drone yesterday, or not yesterday, earlier today. Speaking, but it's past 12 o'clock, so it is technically, the next day. But I wanted to fly the drone because I got it situated. I wanted to fly the drone around the venue and get it, get like amazing pictures and videos and everything of the place, which would be really cool and whatnot. But unfortunately, I didn't get all that, so I'm gonna wake up somewhat kind of early tomorrow and get that situated so I can get up there early enough so I can do that. But speaking of drone getting it situated, yesterday speaking, which would have been Thursday night, or was it Thursday night? Yeah, it was Thursday. I went and updated my drone, and it failed the update. So then it started, because I have a DJI Phantom 3 standard, and it failed the update. So then you have to turn off the drone and the remote control, and then you turn everything back on and get everything situated with your phone. Well, when I turn the drone on, it's like wah, wah, like extremely loud. And I'm like, I've dealt with this before. And the last time I tried to update it was version 1.157, I believe it was. And I had difficulties trying to get it to install. And I finally got it to accept this install from the phone, because the DJI, you have to do it through the phone. You have to download the application the software onto your phone, and then the phone transfers the update to the drone through the remote control. It's stupid. But the advanced and professional, you can actually put the actual update software on the SD card and install it straight onto the drone from there. So I was looking around and found out that actually I could do the same thing on the standard too to fix it. So I went and did all the exact steps. I put it on the SD card, put it in to make sure it was off, and make sure to hit the link button, hold down the link button while I'm turning it on, and wait for it to go like beep, 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 and then I could take off the little screwdriver from the link button and get it so that it will start actually reading the update from the card instead of actually trying to transfer it from my phone to the thing, which actually makes it a lot safer for updating, because I tried everything. It just kept failing the update over and over and over. Tried it on my phone, I tried it on my tablet. My phone is running Lollipop and my tablet's running Marshmallow. So if there was any kind of issues there, for some reason the drone was disconnecting from the remote control, which was causing it to not finish the update. So I don't know what was going on there, but I had did a little support thing on the forums for DJI, and one of the person was like, "Oh, can you upload the log file for the update?" So I uploaded that, and they were like, they was looking at it, and it was like, "Well, it looks like one of your modules may be bad, so you might just send a support ticket through the email, and they can get you to send it in." And I'm thinking to myself, I was like, "Oh, that sucks," because I was like, I wanted to use it this weekend for the wedding. So after looking and scouring all over the internet, that's when I found out that I could actually update it just like you can with the advanced and the pro versions of the drones, which Once it got to like about 100% or something, it went from going screaming loud, because I was dealing with this. I started the update at 8, and then on the phone it says it could take up to 30 minutes. Yeah, it was freaking like 12 o'clock at night and it was still bad. I didn't get it situated until Friday morning, because I stopped because it was getting late and the loud noise and whatnot. But I was thinking, because I was like, when I hooked up to my drone to my tablet, it said there was a lot of interference because it's Wi-Fi signal. Because I was thinking my Wi-Fi, the airport nearby, everybody else's Wi-Fi, I just figured it was just a lot of interference. So, here's the fun part of the story. So I go, and I know there's a spot right around the corner down the street, kind of like a country road, kind of, sort of. So I don't know, there's like a little path area by this lake, but right next to that is a train that usually goes by. So I was like, oh, I'll just park over there. It's away from all other signals, no interference, blah, 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 blah. So I go over there, and it's about 9 o'clock, so it's just getting dark, or dark, just sitting in. And I was sitting up there trying to get this thing to download and situated, and it still wouldn't work. And all of a sudden, because there's been cars going back and forth and whatnot, and all of a sudden there's this car that pulls in behind me, and then the lights get all extra bright, and I'm like, why in the world is this person behind me with their freaking brights on? And then I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, this is one of the moments where I wished I vlogged or turned on the camera. But yeah, because I was waiting, I was like looking, and I was like, okay, is that a cop behind me? And sure enough, like after about 2 minutes, just sitting back there, I was thinking it could have been I was having issues or something. And all of a sudden, it's like, whoop, the lights turned on. I was like, oh, it's the cop. It was actually a sheriff, to be exact. So he was sitting back there for like 2 more minutes, running my place and getting everything situated. It was a 2-man car. And I'm like, okay, it's like, what is taking you so long to run my plates? It's like, like, I have the dome light on, and it ain't like I was doing anything suspicious. It's just me by myself. And, so the guy finally comes up, and I was like, I had my hand out the window and everything, so, make them feel comfortable. And the guy was like, how you doing? I was like, I'm good, sir. I was like, how you doing? He's like, good. And he was like, what are you doing out here? And I was like, well, I'm just updating my drone, that's it. I'm just having issues at home, so I just figure I can get away from the house and all the frequencies, so, get it situated there. And he's like, oh, okay. And he was like, do you have your driver's license with you? And I was like, yeah. He's like, okay. I was like, but it's in my back pocket. And he was like, okay. He says, I got a quick question for you. And I was like, okay. He's like, do you have your firearm on you today? And then I was like, no, I left it at home. And he was like, oh, okay. He says, you know you are a CCW holder, right? And I was like, yes. And he's like, well, it says you need to notify, the officer that you are a CCW holder. And I had totally forgot. Because normally if I'm carrying, that's the first thing I'm thinking of. Because, like, I got a gun, I got to let the officer know. But since I wasn't carrying, it was the last thing on my mind of thinking, well, I need to let him know I'm a CCW holder. And I was like, no, officer, I just forgot, but yeah, it's at home, like, you don't have to worry about it. So he's like, okay. So he says, you can go grab your driver's license. So I grabbed my wallet and gave him my CCW card and my driver's license, and he's like, okay. He's like, here's your CCW card back. And he took my driver's license, and right before he left, he's like, I'm just gonna make sure everything's okay. I was like, okay. And he says, you don't have anything in this vehicle that could do any harm to me or anything. I'm like, no, sir. Like, I have nothing in this vehicle that would do any type of harm to you. So he left, And then about like a second or so later, the other officer comes up onto the passenger side and knocks on the window, because I had both the windows up originally, but I rolled the driver's side down because he came on the driver's side. But his partner came down on the passenger side, and he's like, "Hey, how's it going?" I was like, "Good." And he says, "What you doing out here?" So I told him about the whole drone thing, and he's like, "Oh, okay." He says, "What do you?" He says, "You know, this is by the airport and everything, and they own this land over here, so you technically can't fly over here." I was like, "Oh, I wasn't trying to fly it. I'm trying to fix it first before I even think about that." So he was like, "Oh, okay." And he's like, "You see anything crazy using that thing?" I was like, "No, but I see a lot of crazy stuff at work." He's like, "Oh, what do you work at?" I was like, I'm an armed security officer. That's one of the reasons why I have a gun." And he's like, "Oh, okay." He said, "Who do you work for?" And I told him who I work for. And he's like, "Okay." He says, "You would use that at work?" And I was like, "No, I don't use it at work. I just use it for me when just flying around, and then take some of the video if I like go to the park or something, and I upload it to YouTube," which I've been wanting to do more of that, or actually just go and get more footage. I haven't actually posted anything other than my birthday vlog as far as footage. But yeah, so he got all that, and he's like, "Yeah." So he was like, he says, "So I guess you didn't tell him that you were a CCW holder?" And I was like, "No, I totally forgot. It wasn't in my mind at that point in moment in my time." He's like, "Yeah." You need to make sure that you let him know." And I was like, "Yeah." So his other partner came back with my driver's license, and the other guy left, and he says, "Everything came back good, you're clean, whatnot." He says, "But," he says, "by law, you need to make sure next time if anybody pulls you over," which I wasn't technically being pulled over. I was already stopped, technically. But in reference, he says, if another officer stops, you need to make sure that you tell them, because you can lose your CCW license if you don't tell them, which, yeah, I wasn't even totally thinking about it, but yeah, I knew that. He's like, "You do understand that?" I was like, "Yeah." I knew. I just totally forgot about it. Like, it wasn't the first thing that comes to mind, because I didn't have my gun on me, so that was way out of my brain. Like, I was not thinking about it at that point in time. But technically, I was at home before I did go out and was trying to get the drone situated. I did grab my gun in the holster, and I was about to put it on, and then I was like, "Do I really need this?" And I was like, "Is that really?" And it was like, it's not really not like a bad area, so I shouldn't really have any issues like far as like somebody trying to rob me or anything. So I was like, I'll just keep it at home. So I kept it at home. But sure enough, it was funny, because I was totally gonna grab my gun before I left the house, and that happened. Now, if I would have had it with me, that story would have went totally different. I would have, notified him that, blah blah blah, because I would have knew in my head I had my weapon with me. So at that point, I didn't have it with me, so that's why I wasn't thinking about it. But yeah, that was an eventful. And then I texted Kwane and told her about it. She's like, do you have it with you? I was like, no, it's at home. But I did grab it. I did have it in my hand. I was gonna put it on, and I didn't. So that could have, like, even if I did forget when I had it on, that could have been even worse. But I'm thinking I would have remembered, because especially something like that. So yeah, that I'm pretty much gonna cut the blog off here. Vlog off here. Nothing else is probably gonna pretty much go on. I don't have that much battery life. I forgot my other battery at home. And I've yet to still finish rendering all the old videos and editing them. I probably won't finish this one tomorrow's, which is the weddings, and all the other ones until Sunday. Not even that, probably Monday. So I'll probably be having a lot of videos coming your guys' ways. But you guys will see them already anyways. So if this is somewhat recent video you've seen, there's gonna be about 5 other videos before this one. So it's gonna be just me working and jamming out and listening to music, and I don't think there's anything else going on in those videos. Might be something else. But yeah, so go check them out, and I will see you guys later. Hopefully tomorrow for the wedding. I'm gonna looking all fancy. I'm gonna look like the world's most interesting man in my suit, my tux. I'm gonna look so fly, man. Oh, yes, I will tell you some more stuff about that at the party before I let you go. We got all superhero shirts. Well, for our wedding stuff, since it's gonna be past tense anyways, or once you guys see this, but we're gonna be doing like photos where we open up our shirt and it's gonna be like the superhero shirt underneath. So everybody got like their superheroes. Well, my gift for my being a part of the groomsmen thing, I got Deadpool for mine. It's not technically a superhero, but still, I got the freaking Deadpool shirt. That's freaking awesome. And Brian, which is the groom, he actually got Batman for himself, which I kind of consider myself more of a Batman, the Dark Knight type of person, because I work at night and utility belt. And I loved Batman as a kid, but hey, I love Deadpool just as much too. Even though I don't know a lot about him, the Deadpool movie really got me loving him even more. And plus his abilities and everything, being able to live a long time and have superhuman strength and whatnot. But anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. Over here rambling now, but I hope you guys have a good one, and I will see you later.